Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over my weekly stock picks for the week of July 18th through the 22nd. Before we do, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research before investing. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, let's dive right on into it. Alright guys, so before we get into my picks for this week, we're going to talk about a recap of last week. My picks were AMC, Tesla, and ZNOG. And despite the volatile market, with inflation numbers coming in at 9.1, we still managed to get some positivity out of some of our plays. So AMC for the week was up 6%. Tesla was down about almost 5% for the week, but still the number I was looking for it to bounce off of 700 actually did happen. So in my opinion, that's a good sign. And then also ZNOG was up 5.5% for the week. All right, guys, so my picks for July 18th through the 22nd, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, okay? Nvidia, we'll look at the charts here in a second, but solely my pick this week is there's an article that came out about Nancy Pelosi's husband bought millions of dollars worth of Nvidia right before the Senate has a meeting to vote on granting subsidies to the semiconductor space. Okay, I think it could happen as early as Tuesday. So, you know, could it not happen? Could it not go through? Sure, but I don't understand why he would buy that amount of money and exercise all these options that he had. And you know, obviously, wife being, you know, who she is, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, just kind of, I don't think it's a coincidence that he did that about a week before they have that meeting. So something to watch. Now, Tesla, guys, Tesla, I think that we retest 750 this week if we have a couple of green days. And if we do, and we bust through there, holy cow, this thing is going to start moving, hopefully, as long as we don't get rejected up at 750 again, okay, like we've been doing. And then Amazon, guys, I think Amazon, that we're going to retest the 120 mark at some point this week. Like I said, we get a couple of green days in, some of these major plays are going to start moving. And Amazon had a huge day on Prime Day. Okay, they had, in my opinion, such a bullish sign that even as you know, raunchy as the economy is right now, that they had, you know, that good of Prime Day. It shows that people are still willing to spend money, you know, in certain areas, and that they had that many items sold. It was, I think it was 300 million items that they sold on Prime Day, which is their largest event, and that's pretty bullish in my opinion. So for me, I'm going to continue to buy, you know, every couple of weeks like I've been doing. But for a swing play, I'll show you here in a second why it's shaping up to be a decent one for the week as well. And then on the watch list, guys, is Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. Getting close to the end of July. Okay, we have just a couple of weeks left, which means they only have a couple of weeks left to announce what the heck's going on in Israel. Okay, are they getting a new license? Are they packing up and leaving? Okay, something, right? We have to tell us something soon. So with any type of positive news, this thing will start moving back up and bust easily into the 30s and probably beyond that. Triple ENF had a decent little spike up last week before a pullback. So I think it's one to kind of keep an eye on too, is, you know, are we going to survive the pullback? Are we going to continue to move up higher? Or is it just kind of a little false breakout? Or are we falling right back down to where we were? And then AMC is one to watch as well, guys, because they have, you know, still a ton of people holding, a ton of people watching, and you know, it's kind of them between, you know, them versus the hedge funds. Okay, and it's an interesting situation. I do like to swing this stock here, but you know, I'm not in it necessarily for the long term, but I do like to swing it. So every time it falls down to close to undervalued or at undervalued, I'm getting back in because it gets, you know, moves back up pretty aggressive. So in the next red day, and when it gets really, really close to undervalued, that's whenever I'll come back in and swing it back up to the top and kind of go from there. But it'd be interesting to see what happens, because it was in the 16s, it fell down to the 15s. It could continue to move higher and maybe test $20. Who knows with the momentum coming into this week, so it's something to keep an eye on. So anyway, guys, that's my picks and a watch list for the week. Let's take a look at the charts and let's see what they're telling us. All right, guys, taking a look at Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA, currently at about 157.62, and actually a little bit above that, about 158 from after hours. We are close to overbought on the 180-day 4-hour, so we could see obviously one of two things. If the markets are bullish for tomorrow, you're going to see it pop up and probably retest and test the red SMA line, which is about 166 or so. If it does that, if it comes out swinging on Monday and over Monday, Tuesday, if you buy in here and it comes up and it hits 165, 166, I would not feel bad about taking profits there, because chances are we're going to have a red day or two next week and it's going to fall back down. Or the markets could be red on Monday, and then you could see it kind of trickle back down closer to the 150 level, and that's probably where I'd come back in and buy, at least start my position. And if it fell below there, then down to 140. I don't see a reason for the market to really be red on Monday, but it doesn't mean that it won't be right with this market. So with the with the vote coming in on semiconductors, if they possibly announce when they're voting on it, the scenario could be, well, it falls down prior because they don't know if it's going to go through, and then when the vote comes through, it starts moving up higher. Or just off the speculation, it could start moving up higher prior to the vote, and then if the vote passes, then it's going to start really moving. But I think off of that news, I think this stock here is going to start gaining some traction, in my opinion. Your first level of resistance is 184.62, then 219, 243, 267, 297, and then of course 346 at the tip top, and your overall floor is about 140. Almost forgot to tell you those. Tesla, which we've gone over several times here on the channel, your current resistance is 752.85. If it does pull back again, you want to make sure that it holds at roughly about 700. It could dip into 690, 680 level, but as long as it holds somewhere around there, you're in good shape. Your overall bottom is 617. Like I said, 752 is your first level of resistance, and 859, 933, 1008, 1100, and then of course 1250. This one here, guys, one to watch was because annual shareholder meeting is coming up sometime in August, over the next couple of weeks, and they're supposed to announce the decision on the stock split, which it's not 100%, but I would, I'm pretty confident that it's going to go through, because I don't see why any shareholder would say they didn't want the stock split. And in that case, I think that's going to make it even more bullish and have a good opportunity to run up. And then Amazon, guys, Amazon, your overall floor is about, let's see, about 110. And we've been kind of just trading up and down, up and down. We bounced, we fell below the SMA line, but we recovered. Okay, so if as long as we stay or bounce about 112, if we do have a little tiny pullback, good sign for us. And then 119.85 is your first level of resistance. If I'm doing a swing play, that's where I'm taking profits, right here, because you don't know if it's going to get rejected again. As you see, we got it right above it at one point and fell down, right up to it, fell down, right up to it, fell down. So we could go right up to it again and fall down, or we could bust through it, but we have to just kind of wait and see what happens there. So I don't think this thing really starts moving aggressively again until earnings and stuff come out. And with Prime Day, I think that's going to make it look really, really nice. So anyway, guys, that's my picks for the week. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.